Hey guys, welcome back to Jordan Samuel Skin Talks. So today, this will probably be a short video, but I want to get this out because this is actually my most requested, or I have the most questions about this. And separately, I see most of my clients have this concern or issue when they come to me for the first time. And it's something that I've dealt with too, so it's good to bring up. And at some point I'm going to get to it and tell you what it is, but for now we're just going to wait here. Sensitive skin versus sensitized skin. Gonna look exactly the same way, gonna be for very different reasons, and you can treat both sort of similarly in the beginning, but one's gonna have to take a sort of different approach. But, so a lot of time, I mean honestly, we're talking like 80% of the time possibly, will have new clients come in and say like, I have very sensitive skin. And I'll look under the mag lamp and I will see that their barrier is compromised or broken down, but I'm not really seeing, I don't feel like a ton of heat is coming up in the skin when I touch it or massage it. I don't see present capillaries. So I always sort of have to do an intake, and then we find out that they've been using acids twice a day for the past 2 years. They also use a really strong retinol at night. They don't always wear SPF, or they wear this really high SPF chemical-based sunscreen. They'll also use a washcloth to remove their cleansers every night. They'll use clay masks. They have exfoliating agents in their cleanser. I mean, the list goes on and on. You get where I'm going. There is only so much your skin can exfoliate until that barrier is broken down and you were inflamed and you were red and it's opened up to more bacteria and more inflammation and more sensitivities, and the surface is for sure broken down and dry and dehydrated, which means the oil is pumping through underneath. It's bad. It's bad, which people go into my skin so inflamed and my skin so sensitive and my skin is so reactive, which it is all of those things except for the fact that your skin is sensitized. It's not necessarily at the heart of it sensitive. For instance, I never ever had sensitive skin. And skin can obviously change. I always talk about this too. Skin is constantly changing from year to year, from month to month, from week to week, and from day to day. You know, you can wake up and be feeling really oily, and by the end of the day you can feel dry, or vice versa, and depends on what products you use and the environment you're in. So skin over time and as you age can absolutely become more sensitive. You can have more, we hear Flynn, he's upset because my husband left and he really likes him. I'm not kidding, this is what's happening. And, but you know, capillaries can become more present, and which that sort of is going to create that surface redness and surface sensitivity. And just over time, like sort of our skin just, you know, it does get worn down a little bit. It's awful to say, but now we're going to have planes, trains, and automobiles and cats. But it does, that is the unfortunate story of the skin. But so back to me, I had hardy skin. It could take everything. I mean, I was using the worst things on it. Then when I started to really get into skincare, I was actually very smart, and very less is more when I started out. Then when I got really into skincare, it was like, ooh, I want to try this product and this product and this product. And I was that person acid toning twice a day, or not even acid toning, maybe using something like Exfoliate 3 to 4 times a week when I should have been using it once a week. I had, you know, a little bit of acid in my cleanser. I used clay mask. I used masks with acids. I used serums with acids. I used retinols. I was always good about SPF, but you get the picture. And then it was like, why is my skin red and blotchy? And then I was like, oh, I just have sensitive skin. I'm just getting older. It's just sensitivities. And sort of did brush that off for like a month. Flynn doing what he did a few months ago in the video where I said, oh, my cat, and it sounded like things were breaking. It's about to happen again. So, Flynn, please. I let that go for about a month or so, and then it was like, oh no, maybe I'm doing too much to my skin. And then I like really stepped back and was like, oh yeah, you're trialing too much, you're testing too much, you're using too much of acids and too much of retinols and too much of yada, yada, yada. So I stopped and I scaled back and I worked on barrier repair. Gentle cleansers, no washcloths, hydrating ingredients. Oh my God, he's making an appearance. This is fantastic. Hydrating ingredients, physical SPFs, which don't look great in the beard, but they help my skin. Peptides, nourishing products, not overly nourishing, but things that were protecting and healing. And I put down the retinols and I put down the acids and I built my skin back up to this sort of strong point. And I think I mentioned a few videos back that when I was seeing Nerida recently, she was massaging my skin and she was like, oh my God, your skin is completely different than it was a few months ago. You're not super red, you're not bringing up any heat, you're not bringing up, and it's for sure, like I do refer to myself as having sensitive skin, though it really is sensitized, and it's getting better and better day in and day out. But that was self-induced sensitivities, and that is a sensitized skin, which you can fix, and I am a walking example of that. And I still get like little sensitivities here and there, but for the most part, my skin is now like base. And a little, you need to exfoliate your skin. There's no way around that, about that. However, the skin, if you remember, is turning itself over and exfoliating. That slows down as we age. But even if you weren't doing it, it's still doing the process. We still need to help it and encourage it along to really help those fibroblast cells and help thicken that dermal layer. But it's still going to be doing that. So if you're only doing it once a week, that's great and you're ahead of the game. But if you're somebody who's doing it, twice a day, and you're noticing these sensitivities and redness and think it's part of the equation, it's not. You're inflaming the skin, you're irritating the skin, you can go about it a whole different way, and a slow and steady and less of a better approach will always win the race, in my opinion. And even when I was believing that, saying that and teaching that to my clients, but not doing the same on myself, it was like life and karma bit me in the butt and was like, haha, look, listen to yourself. And I did, and then now we're back to yay. Separately, a sensitive skin is a skin that has probably been sensitive most of your life. It's something you'll be sensitive to if your mom ever used or dad, a fabric softener on your clothes, or really fragrance detergent, and your skin is like red and splotchy afterwards, or like you get itchy from it, or you get bumps from it. If you were just always sensitive to sunscreen, I have a lot of clients who actually truly are sensitive and they've always been sensitive to sunscreen. It used to give them hives and huge breakouts and not like just congestive pores, but just really aggressive breakouts when they were younger, like 5, 6, 7, just first starting to use that. People that probably flush a little bit more easy, also inflammation, sensitivities that are sort of an internal thing and not a sensitized thing. People that when you have even like a sip of wine and your face gets really red and really hot, or you're reactive to other things like spicy foods, that's showing like there's sensitivity going on. There's heat. If you massage your skin, there's heat. You can feel heat in your skin when you use certain products, or you can feel heat in the skin when you're outside in the heat. Heat. Those are people that are also, I like that he's just chilling there, people that could, so I'm not saying like could go down the path of like rosacea, that redness, that sensitivity, that irritation. For rosacea, go to your dermatologist. They will get you straightened out. You don't need to be going and getting facials. If you have true rosacea, you need to go to your doctor and get that dealt with. But those skin types I have seen sort of go down that path. Also to note, any skin color can be sensitive. Any skin color can also be sensitized. Yes, it is safe to say that a Fitzpatrick 1 is going to, pretty much almost right out of the gate be super sensitive. Sun sensitive, sensitive to ingredients, sensitive to products, but I've seen the whole gamut of it. So everybody can be sensitive and everybody can get sensitized. But again, sensitivities are going to have been something that you probably dealt with most of your life. You can start to get a little bit more sensitive as you age, but chances are anymore when I see people, especially people that are active in the skincare community and with skincare and facials, that they're sensitizing their own skin, and at the base level, they don't have sensitive skin. which is a great thing. I mean, it's a great thing if you have the power in your own hands to sort of stop the madness and put the product down and rebuild the barrier and get the skin back to a great place. Everybody wins. Your skin's happy, you're happy, your wallet's happy. And same to note too, when narrative talks about like somebody using a foaming cleanser on an oily skin type, is you can't dry up oil from the surface, but it comes from the inside out. You end up with a dry slate on top. So a lot of people think they're dry, yet they have these large pores. They're oily, they just happen to have a dry surface. So that's sort of a version or an analogy for people who have, you know, maybe like a totally normal combination skin and have sensitized their skin and think they have sensitivities. But they truly don't. They just are wreaking havoc on their skin. And again, keeping in mind that the skin is turning itself over, that it is doing the process that we want it to do. We do have to encourage it. There's no doubt about that. I'm not getting down on exfoliation. It's just the easiest place to overdo it because it makes the skin look great. It is great for the skin, but just don't overdo it. And always remember too that with, this is getting into an exfoliation talk now, I should just stop while I'm ahead, but that with washcloths and muslin cloths and light clay masks and acid serums and acid toners and cleansers with acids in them and retinols and retin-As, and they're all doing something to the skin, you know, where retinols and retin-As aren't being a true exfoliator, they are speeding up cell turnover. So they are pushing that fresher cell up, creating a little bit of surface sensitivity as well. But all of those things are going to exfoliate the skin, and you want to, and they're all going to be in different levels. Of course, a cleanser with a little bit of an acid is going to be much less than an acid toner. But when you start adding them all up, it's a lot going on the skin, and the skin can only take so much, and your barrier can only take so much. And a lot of people come in with breakouts, with redness, with inflammation, with heat, with splotchiness, with pigmentation issues, and it's all from overdoing it. And we're back to less but better. So this is basically another spin on what I say every single time. But I hope that helps. I think you guys for the most part know that, but I think it's good to hear. Sensitized and sensitive are two different things. And one you could be doing yourself, doing to yourself, and one you can fix yourself. And one you just, you know, have probably had your whole life and by this point might know how to manage it. And you're not gonna go down the road, the whatever, the R word, of tons of acids. You might be the person who, like me, who's exfoliating once a week or whatever you find to be your perfect balance. But anyway, Flynn's happy you watched. I'm happy you watched. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you had a great July. We're gonna be in August. Oh my God. Thank you for talking with me, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Hi everyone, thanks for watching. You can subscribe by clicking the black JS circle down below so we can stay in contact and keep talking. To watch more videos, you can click on the link here, or possibly here. Thanks for watching. Bye.